Okay, Alex, let's get to the point. What are you doing in LA in the middle of the pandemic? Aren't you supposed to be back east with your new wife?
Look, I was headed back to New York from the infectious disease conference, but all the flights were canceled because of those floods in Texas. Any chance I could stay here, Maggie?
Here? Seriously? I bought you out 9 months ago when we signed the divorce papers, remember?
Of course I remember, but it's just hard for me to think of it that way.
Maybe you should have thought about that before you ran off with our garage organizer and then married her. By the way, how is the youngster doing anyway?
She's 35, not that young.
Oh, come on, Alex. She's almost 3 decades younger than we are. But I guess young is what it takes for you to screw her in that ratty couch in the garage. I have to say that memory will be burned on my brain forever.
I'm sorry about how that all worked out. Can we just forget about it for the moment? Right now, I just need a place to stay.
That isn't possible. We're in the middle of a pandemic.
I know, horrible. Anyway, it'll just be for a night or two, then you can kick me out.
Look, you're only staying a minute. You need to find a hotel.
Harry's Berries. The best. You can't get these in New York. Oh, God, how I've missed them.
Seriously, Alex, I'm not taking any chances with this virus.
Look, the good news is I had a mild case of COVID about a month ago, and I've got those special T cells, so I can't infect you right now. Maggie, do you realize that in these crazy times, I'm probably the only person who can hug you?
Look, let's pretend you are infectious, especially since you're a newlywed and you're supposed to be on your best behavior.
Let's not talk about Jessica right now. I just want to keep things calm and easy.
Well, our son said your wedding was lovely. You're a brand new wedded man.
It was weird getting married on Zoom. Even our grandson wanted to know where you were.
Look, I hate to be rude, but I had a full client schedule today on Zoom, and I really need some time to unwind.
Zoom therapy. You'd be happy to hear that even I'm back on the virtual couch.
Bravo. Finally decided to get your act together, huh?
Unfortunately, not everything. Let me just tell you about...
No, sir. No counseling tonight. But you know what? Okay, fine. I'll give you room and board on the house, but one night only.
Thank you. And you find that despite my shortcomings as a husband, I'm an excellent house guest and much neater than I used to be.
I bet having a garage organizer for a new wife has taught you a few things.
Very funny.
And you can bunk in our old bedroom because I'm sleeping in the guest room these days.
Oh, too hard to sleep in the bedroom without me?
One more crack like that and you'll be sleeping in the garage on that ratty couch, the scene of the crime. Unfortunately, the painters forgot to haul that monstrous thing to the junkyard where it belongs. Lucky you.
Okay, I deserve that, but as a thank you, I brought you a box of your favorite chocolates for putting up with me. Nougat. So, how's single life treating you? Found anyone as charming as me yet?
Well, actually, I've been Zoom dating these past few months. I even Zoomed with an aging Hollywood actor. He was really great fun, but then he started to go on and on and on about all his missed opportunities.
He must have made me shine by comparison.
Absolutely. There's one thing I can say about you, Alex. You were always a master at keeping things interesting. So tell me about you. How's married life the second go round?
Rocky, to be honest. I didn't anticipate what it'd be like being married to a much younger woman. We're taking a break right now. She's at a conference in Las Vegas. If she knew I was with you, she'd be furious.
Aha, the jealous younger wife, so predictable. But I mean, she stole you away from me, so she probably suspects another woman can do the same. But you can assure her she has nothing to worry about. I know you too well to be interested in a do-over.
What do you mean by that?
I learned you could be a player like other guys, but that's a good thing. It'll teach me to be more discerning in the future.
I told you right away I'd made a mistake.
Yeah, right. And then you married her a month after the divorce was final.
Jessica, we're supposed to be taking a break. Sorry, but no, we've had this discussion before. Look, I'm finished talking about it. Good night. What a mess. I'm sorry about that.
That sounded pretty harsh. I hope she's okay.
There's no getting through to her when she's like this. I'll give her a call in the morning. It's time she and I discussed.
Divorce? You're not talking divorce. I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but the therapist in me wants to fix things because it wouldn't be ethical. Ex-wife gives therapy to new wife.
She would never take your advice. Believe me. Say, Maggie, how about if we sneak a little shot of whiskey into our tea just to relax a little bit?
Just a drop for me because I'm exhausted.
Feels good.
You know, Alex, it sounds like whatever's going on with Jessica has been brewing for a while.
Posey?
Wait a minute. Don't tell me she wants a baby.
While we were married, she was absolutely against having children. But once we made it legal, she wanted a kid immediately.
And that never occurred to you? The younger woman lures you in all sweetness and light, and then after you make it legal, she wants to start a family. But I guess at 35, she probably thought it's now or never.
I should have expected she'd want to be a mother. Perfectly reasonable.
But Alex, if you become a father now, you'll be what, 80 at the high school graduation?
81 to be precise, if I even make it to the graduation. You know, I'm tired of hassling over having kids. I just don't want to hurt her, but if I leave, I'll hurt her. I'll hurt her more.
Wait a minute. Wait. Isn't that the same line you gave me the night you left?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Remember you were stuffing your clothes in the suitcase, rushing to escape, and then all of a sudden you stopped and you whispered, "If I stay, in the end, I'll only end up hurting you more."
I was stupid back then, battling a really late midlife crisis. But I've really grown up, Maggie. God, how I miss those late nights by the fire, dancing to Billy Joel, and those early morning bike rides by the beach, and Pete's and Kiani at that piano bar down on Main Street.
Look, Alex, we've rehashed this marriage more than enough for one lifetime. Honestly, I think it's time to say goodnight.
I know it's late, but any chance we could have a little nightcap in our room, just for old time's sake?
You may need those old times. But for me, I'm offering room and board only. Sorry, Alex. No going back.
Occupation?
No occupation.
Housewife?
That's right, housewife.
All right.
And mother.
Yes. Oh, where are my cigarettes?
Well, I don't believe a woman should smoke. You'll excuse me saying it.
Yes, I'll excuse you. Now,
It's not feminine.
how long have you been married, Mrs. Avenger?
30 years and 4 months.
I see.
And 12 days.
Finished?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and you have 3 children.
William Jr., he's 28. Alan, he's 27. And Trudy, she's 24. And 3 grandchildren. That's all.
When did you begin to suspect you were losing your husband's affection?
When he stopped beating me around
When was that?
11 months ago, March 14th.
He struck you.
First time he broke a tooth, mine.
I see.
This tooth here.
And how often
Oh,
did
it's
he...
capped now. You can't notice it.
Good. Now, let's start with the day of the accident.
Oh, no accident. I wanted to shoot him.
Suppose we decide later just what it was you wanted to do.
That's silly.
The difference between 10 years in prison and freedom is not silly, Mrs. Abinger.
Call me Doris.
Pay attention to what I'm saying.
I don't care what happens to me.
Do you care what happens to your children and grandchildren?
Yes, I do. Can I go home? Can't you fix it so I can go home?
Not now, but we're working on it.
I promised my grandchildren I'd take them to Coney Island tomorrow.
Yes, you drink that. Now, it would help us very much if you could reconstruct the day, all of yesterday.
Well, first thing in the morning,
Yes,
I woke up
yes,
and I see he didn't sleep at home.
and you were shocked and surprised.
Oh no, not shocked, not surprised. He used to not do that a lot. Come home.
Did you ever question him about his behavior?
Certainly,
Did he offer any explanation?
certainly. He told me to shut up and mind my own business.
I see.
But yesterday, I got worried. Well, not worried, mad. I got mad. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it was the 4th night in a row he didn't.
Come home,
Yeah,
and that made you angry.
sure. It was getting a habit with him. So I made an egg sandwich. No, I made a scrambled egg sandwich, and I went and I bought a gun.
Where?
This hot shop I go to, I bought a gun, and they gave me a book. Free.
Had you decided what you planned to do by this time?
I'll tell you the honest truth. I didn't decide nothing. I was doing everything like a dream, like I was watching myself, but I couldn't help it. Like a dream.
Like I was watching myself, but I couldn't help it, like a dream. Yeah, that's good. Now go on, Doris.
So then I got very hungry
When?
when I bought the gun.
Yeah.
So I went to this hamburger place and I ate 2 hamburgers, rare, and 1 lemon meringue pie.
And then?
Then I was still hungry.
Think of that.
So I walked around and I kept talking to myself, telling myself I shouldn't do anything foolish.
And then?
And then I called Warren. He was just getting his lunch hour by now. And I said, I want to see him important, so could we get together for lunch? And he says, no, naturally. So I asked him, you coming home after? So he says, what for? So I said to him, don't you live there no more? And he says, don't bother me at the office. You want me to lose my job? Loud. Then he hung up.
And what did you do?
I think I had a cup of coffee.
Where?
Oh, the same place as him, only he didn't see me. It was crowded, the buffet exchange. So then I bought a bunch of chocolate nut bars and I went outside of his office and I waited the whole afternoon. And I kept eating those candy bars and waiting until he comes out. And then I followed him. And then I shot him.
And after you shot him, how did you feel then?
Hungry.
Mr. Bialystock?
Yes?
Sir, may I speak to you for a minute?
Well, okay, but my watch says you got about 55 seconds. You better get going.
Mr. Bialystock, sir?
Come on, you're
Sir?
wasting time. You're wasting your time.
Sir?
On and on. Come on.
Mr. Bialystock?
Yes.
Mr. Bialystock, I
What?
could not function under these conditions. You are making me very, very nervous.
Wait a minute. What is that? What is that? Is that a handkerchief?
It's nothing.
Well, if it's nothing, kind of give it to me. Come on.
No, not my blanket, not my blue blanket. I'm sorry, I just don't like people touching my blue blanket. It's not important. It's a minor compulsion. I can deal with it if I want to. It's just that I've had it since I was a baby, and I find it very comforting.
Oh my God. They come here. They all come here. How do they find me? Hey.
Okay, Mr. Bialystock. Oh, I've discovered a serious error here in the accounts of your last play.
Where? What? What are you talking about?
Well, according to the backers list, you raised $60,000, but the show you put on only cost $58,000. That's $2,000 unaccounted for.
Well, I went to a Turkish bath. Who cares? The show was a flop. What difference does it make? Come on.
It makes a great deal of difference. It's fraud. If they found out, you could go to prison.
Why should they find out? Come on. It's only $2,000. Gee, Lou, do me a favor. Move a few decimal points around. You can do it. You're an accountant. The word account is part of your life, part of your title.
But that's cheating.
It's not cheating. It's charity, Bloom. Look at me. Look at me. I'm drowning. Other men sail through life. Bialystock has struck a reef. Bloom, I'm going under. I'm being sunk by a society that demands success when all I can offer is failure. Bloom, I'm reaching out to you. Don't send me to jail.
God help.
Help.
Oh, dear God, don't put me in this position. Oh, God, help me, help. All right, fine, I'll look at it.
Oh, thank you, Bloom. I knew I could count you. I mean, count on you. Knew I could count on you.
All right. Wait, what? All right, let's go back and look at these. Let's see, $2,000, that isn't much. I'm sure I can hide it somewhere. After all, the IRS isn't interested in a show that flopped.
Yes, right. Good thinking. You figured it out.
All right, now let's see. If we add these figures, we get... Amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But under the right circumstances, a producer could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit.
What? What are you talking about?
Yes, it's quite possible. If you were certain a show would fail, a man could make a fortune.
Yes? Oh, yes?
Yes, what?
What you were saying, keep talking.
What was I saying?
Oh my God. You were saying that under the right circumstances, a producer could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit.
Yes, it is quite possible.
You keep saying that, But you don't tell me how. How could a producer make more money with a flop than with a hit?
Well, it's simple. It's simply a matter of creative accounting. So let's assume for a minute, Mr. Bialystok, that you are a dishonest man.
Sue away.
Okay, then you've already done it for yourself, only on a very small scale.
What do you mean?
You raised 2,000 more than you needed to produce your last play.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So what did I do? I don't understand.
Well, it's where you made your error. You didn't go all the way. You see, if you were really a bold criminal, you could have raised $1 million.
Yeah, but what if the play was a success? Wait a second. You know, the play only cost $60,000 to produce. I forgot about that.
Exactly. And how long did it run?
One night.
Well, see, you could have raised $1 million, put on a $60,000 flop, and kept the rest.
Aha. But now I'm going to ask you the question. What if it were a hit?
If you're a hit, you'd go to jail. I mean, if the play were a hit, you'd have to pay off all the backers. And if there's so many of the backers, you wouldn't have enough to pay them all off. You understand?
Aha. Wait a minute. So I got it. So in order for your scheme to work, all we'd have to do is find a surefire flop.
Scheme? What scheme?
What scheme? Oh my God, you bloody little genius. You bloody little genius. Your scheme. Your scheme.
Oh God, no. I meant no scheme. I merely posed a little academic accounting theory. It's just a thought.
Ah, Bloom. Worlds are turned on such thoughts. Oh, wait a minute. Don't you see Bloom? Darling Bloom, glorious Bloom. It's so damn simple. First, we find the world's worst play, surefire flop. Step 2, I raise $1 million. Plenty of little old ladies around. Step 3, you go back to the books. One set for the government, one set for the investors, one set for us. And yeah, you can do that. You're a wizard. And step 4, we open on Broadway. And step 5, we close. Boom. And step 6, you'll love step 6. We take $1 million and we fly to Rio de Janeiro. Rio, mio, mayo.
No, Mr. Bialystok. Wait, you don't understand. I am an honest man.
Oh, Bloom, you don't understand. This is fate. This is destiny. There's no avoiding it. Come on.
Mr. Bialystok, not more than 5 minutes ago, against my better judgment, I can't even say it. I doctored your books. That, sir, is the extent of my criminal activity.
Well, come on. You miserable, coward, wretched little caterpillar. Don't you want to ever spread your wings, become a butterfly, and flap your way to glory?
Oh my God, you're going to jump on me. What? Yeah, you're going to jump on me like Nero did with Poppaea. What? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Poppaea, she was Nero's wife, and she was unfaithful to him, so he got mad and he jumped on her. He jumped on her up and down and up and down and up and down until he squashed her like a bug. Please, don't jump on me.
Leo.
I'm hysterical. I'm having hysterics. I'm hysterical. When I get like this, I get hysterical. Oh, God. I can't stop. Please don't jump on me. I'm hysterical.
I'm not going to jump on you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to tell you, you're safe. You're safe. Wait a minute. I got an idea. Here's a little nosh for you. A little nosh. Have it. It's good. Eat. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's much better. Thank you. That's very nice. I think I'm coming out of it now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'm definitely coming out of it now. Thank you.
Good, good.
Oh, that helped a great deal.
Okay, that's terrific. And I promise you faithfully, I won't discuss that silly scheme to make $1 million anymore.
Oh,
But think about this. Money is honey. Money is honey. Now money can put soft things next to your skin like silk, satin, women.
but if we're caught, we'll go to prison.
Come on, Leo. You think you're not in prison now? Living in that gray little room, going to a gray little job, leading a gray little life. Come on, you're a smart guy. You have a chance now here to live in color and get a real life.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm a nothing. I spend my life counting other people's money. People I'm smarter than. People I'm better than. For God's sake, where's my share? Where's Leo Bloom's share? You are absolutely right. I want it. I want it. I want everything that's coming to me. My God, I want everything I've ever seen in the movies. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it.
You bet your boots. You know, see it now. Bialystok and Bloom on the rise, on the go, and nothing can stop us. Nothing.
Nothing. I'll do it. My God, I'll do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Waiter, waiter, waiter! Wild horses couldn't hold you in that cab.
2 more blocks and we couldn't have paid the fare.
Driver, stop here. This place looks lively.
It did outside.
Yeah, like a tacky funeral parlor. Snare and a delusion if I'd ever seen one.
Am I responsible?
Yes.
We passed 5 places I would have been willing to stop at, including Dante's Inferno. But you kept telling the driver, go on, like it was a chariot race in a Roman forum.
Well, he sure in hell took us out of the lively district.
At your insistence, honey. As long as we're here, we might as well make the best of it. Ew, waiter.
You know, the trouble with you is that your mind, it wanders off the subject, but you keep on flapping your gums together as if you weighed every single word that was spoken. You know, that's what makes it so difficult to talk with you. Any for your thoughts, Miss Merriweather?
I had my character read this afternoon.
Who by? A gypsy?
No, it was read by a parrot.
Are you kidding?
No, I gave this man a dime and he opened up the parrot's cage and the parrot hopped out and stuck his head in a box. He pulled out a piece of paper with his beak. I took the piece of paper and guess what it said?
How would I guess what it said on that piece of paper?
I'm going to tell you, Bessie. You have a sensitive nature and are frequently misunderstood by close companions.
Huh.
Imagine it, Bessie. A perfect analysis given by a parrot.
Well, I don't have much faith in that sort of thing. May I ask you a question, Miss Merriweather?
What, Miss Higginbottom?
Are you still keeping up those youthful beauty treatments?
I had a youthful beauty treatment this afternoon.
Are you satisfied with what they're doing?
I have noticed 100% improvement in my skin since I started taking those youthful beauty treatments, Bessie.
I'm glad you've noticed, honey.
Why, haven't you?
Flora, your main beauty problem's not blackheads. It's large pores, honey.
I haven't a blackhead left in my face. Just a few whiteheads.
and this little doohickey here, which is just a spot where I squeezed out one with my hairpin.
Well, Flora, your problem is skin. You might as well face it.
Everyone's problem is skin, including yours, Bessie. But of course, your primary problem is keeping down weight.
Well, I'm the type that can carry a good deal of weight because I have a large bone structure. However, it's always been well distributed on me.
Well, if you don't want to face facts, there's no use talking about it. Complacency is one thing, and optimism's another.
Well, what's a man look at with greater interest? A straight back chair or a rocker?
Depends on the man and the relative size of the rocker. You know it would do you an awful lot of good, Bessie.
No, what?
Bending exercise.
I thought she was going to say yogi. But who wants to bend?
Everyone does who wants to keep youthful contours. You've got to resign yourself to making some effort, unless you prefer to let things take their course. Nature is not on the side of a girl over 50.
And for once in your life, you're not just whistling Dixie.
Bessie,
Huh?
after Howard, you know you let yourself go.
Just like you after Vernon. You know, I went through an awful period for a while.
You took a negative attitude towards things, acted as if all hope had gone out of life. But instead of wasting away, you put on flesh. Honestly, Bessie, you blew up like a balloon.
Well, I used to wear a smaller size.
Oh, Bessie, that must have been long before I knew you.
In 1930.
That recently, honey?
I never had a figure problem till winter of 1932. But you were always bedeviled by your complexion, isn't that so?
Only because I have such a fine-grained skin.
Well, possibly, but also,
What?
well, you never have hit on a really becoming hairdo.
Oh, what about the one I got last week at Antoinette's?
Honey, the upswept style's not for your face. Every type of face requires a different style hairdo, just the way that different figures, they can't wear the same type of clothes. What you call for is horizontal lines, because of the distance between your chin and your forehead.
I haven't forgotten the time you called me horse face.
All I meant was that you have a long face the way I have a broad one. What you need is brushing out of the temples, the Oreo type.
Oh, yeah. Like a bird?
No, honey, no, the spelling's different. But never mind that. What I mean is that Antoinette's is not a good friend of yours. Not from the grotesque things they do to your face.
Grotesque. My face? Oh.
You know, you hop on Yogi and your sensitive nature's misunderstood by everyone but a parrot. Let me give you some well-intended advice. Ugh. And tears. A regular fountain of them. Come on, Flora. Repair the ravages and we'll go to one of those clubs that we saw on the way.
Hey, Ellen, I'm having a martini. I've ordered you a Perrier. I hope that's what you wanted.
Thank you, Marcia. You look wonderful.
Why, thank you, Ellen. But you're the one that looks wonderful. Retirement must be very comfortable for you.
Well, I've traveled around the world. I gave NYU a theater which they named after me. I hate golf. I have a wonderful relationship with my grandchildren. And I obey my doctors and I feel good.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now tell me, do you miss work?
For about 3 minutes. Then I go out into the yard and I trim the roses until the itch passes. Hey, but you're the one who's got the great news.
What did you hear?
That you are the president of daytime television at CBS. But why do I have to bring it up?
Well, because I love hearing it. And besides, Alan, I have you to thank for that because 30 years ago, you and I started guessing with the stars together. And look what's happened. I'm daytime president of CBS. And you, my friend, are the most trusted man in television.
Oh, bullshit. I hate that phrase.
But you've earned it. How many Emmys have you won?
How many Emmys did I have?
Yeah.
Including the Lifetime Achievement? 17. That's all.
Well, now, are you ready to go back to work?
Come on. Last time you said that to me, I played a corpse. I was killed during the opening credits.
Ellen, you know that's not true. But Ellen, I need you. I need you to host a bit for me. Now think of in terms of a reality show that teaches people to guard their health.
Let me guess. I wear a loincloth. I stand in the surf outside of New Guinea. And as people are voted off the island, I'm in tears as I load them into the war canoe.
So what's wrong with that?
I'm on Prozac. I can't cry.
Well, I'm going to change the subject. What disease is called the silent killer?
What disease is called the silent killer?
Well, hypertension is one, diabetes is two, and colon cancer, that's another one.
If this is going to be a medical quiz, it's not scratching any itches. Get your football players to do a concussion show.
I just love our woodshedding when we kick around stupid ideas. But think of this, a reality show called Celebrity Colonoscopy.
What? Aren't there enough assholes on television?
Well, you know, think of the people who have died from colorectal cancer.
Audrey Hepburn, Telly Savalas, Eartha Kitt,
Farrah Fawcett, Jack Lemmon, Milton Berle, Elizabeth Montgomery, Vince Lombardi, John and Reagan, they had surgery. How many colonoscopies have you had?
more than I can count. It's not my favorite medical procedure. But who in hell is going to buy time on a show about butt surgery?
Now, you go in fasting and you come out and they give you keto cookies and Tropicana orange juice. Hey, I bet they'd be interested.
And I suppose Charmin and laxatives and adult diapers.
See, now you're thinking.
Sure, it's easy to think when you're talking about stupidity, but you know that you can't show a rectum on television and what celebrities would volunteer to do it.
You know, we'd use a lot of animation, but we'd use a lot of animation, but think of the do-gooders, you know, the people like Robert Redford or Betty White, Tippi Hedren. You know, if we could show George Clooney's bare butt on TV, you couldn't imagine the ratings.
But what would this do for me? And do I have to work bottomless?
Keep your pants on, Ellen, like you get a large salary and a piece of the show, another Emmy, and Buddy. You know, you'd be helping people. And a lot for the Television Hall of Fame.
And letters from the fan club saying, "Dear Alan, how's your ass?"
Alan, you would make a fortune.
I have a fortune. I've got trust funds for my grandchildren.
Look at it this way. You'd be king of the world again. Mr. Thursday afternoon.
I prefer my privacy. Give the job to Larry King.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Dr. King is already dead.
Well, then, Regis Philbin.
Better than Larry.
Dig up Bob Barker.
We'll have to dig him up. He's so old. His caregivers could be our contestants.
I know who. The perfect person could make anybody walk around naked on television. Oprah. Oprah's the one.
Yeah, she certainly could, but Oprah has her own TV network to worry about.
Well, Tim Allen.
Who?
Tim Allen.
Oh, God, not if he were the last man standing. Now, I come to you, Alan, because I need a hit badly. You know, the data shows that more people than ever before were watching reality shows. Shows like Untold Stories of the ER. What about Dr. Pimple Popper? Can you imagine a show about popping pimples? What about Khloe Kardashian advertising migraine medicine? You know, there's a whole network totally dedicated to nothing but medical reality shows. Now, Alan, think of this. A show like Celebrity Colonoscopy, with you, the most trusted man in television, as the host, ratings would be through the roof. But besides, Alan, you owe me, and I'm calling it in now. So please, I'm begging you, keep an open mind.
You're stretching the word friendship, lady.
Sure, just like I did 30 years ago when I insisted that you host our show when they wanted Alex Trebek.
What do you want me to do?
Show up Monday, or shoot pilot Tuesday.
Tuesday won't work for me. I cannot do it on Tuesday. Tuesday is impossible.
Well, why not?
I'm having a colonoscopy on Tuesday.
This is so nice. I have been waiting for this all night. I could cry just thinking about how happy I am.
Malcolm.
If I ask you a question, do you promise to answer it without making me feel like shit?
What?
Why didn't you cast me? When you first wrote it, you wrote it for me.
Okay, is this what this whole thing is about tonight?
No,
It feels like it.
no, it's not. It's just that, you know, I was sitting in the theater watching the film, and it's really hard to explain how strange it is to watch things that happen to you, like play out in a work of fiction. To watch an entire audience gasp and laugh and experience my experience, but with someone else in the lead.
But Marie, it's not just your experience. It happened to the both of us. When you overdosed, I was with you. We were together in the market, in Chinatown. The experience doesn't belong to you. The experience belongs to everyone who watched it happen.
not even the fucking point.
Then what were you gonna say?
That at one point this was something that we were gonna do together. And something changed. I don't remember what or how. I just know I was sitting in the theater and I thought, wow, now, I didn't mean to give all this away. And I don't want to get into all the reasons why you cast Taylor. You know, it's just, you're so good at fighting. Right? I mean, you fought to make this film and to make it the right way. Why didn't you fight for me? Because I would have been good. I would have, maybe even better.
So there it is.
What?
The fucking truth. Leave it to you to spend the whole night burning everything to the ground, only in the end to reveal it's because you're jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Bullshit.
I'm not.
Of course you are.
The feeling that I have isn't petty, Malcolm. It's deeper than that. Sadder than that. It's about loss. It's about mourning.
Oh, give me a break.
It's the knowledge that I can't tell my own story anymore. I can't articulate all the chaos that lives in here because you already did. Taylor already did. And I know it's not solely mine. It happened to us. I get that. But the difference is you were able to process it, to take all the darkness and transform it into something good, something that moves people. And I can't. I'm stuck with it.
Yeah.
And I just wish it was something that we could have done together. Because, to be brutally honest, I could have done it better because I lived it. I experienced it. So not only would I have been better, I would have made your film better.
You gave up acting, Marie. When I finally got the film financed, I asked you to audition. You said yes, but you were reluctant. You're talented, Marie, but that is not enough. You have to want it.
Trust me, Malcolm. I wanted this one.
Bullshit, Marie. You used to be able to blame the material, say the writer sucked, the director sucked. They want this kind of a girl, that kind of a girl. And for the first time in your life, you had something that was perfect because it was so fucking close to you. So the only excuse you have is yourself. And you didn't try. That is the fucking harsh reality of this. That same instinct that exists in the character in you, that instinct to do drugs and to self-sabotage, that didn't go away. If you weren't brilliant, you'd be a cliche. You'd be another beautiful woman who threw away her 20s because she's too proud to commit, too good to work hard, too cool to do something beneath her. This city is littered with people like you.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You have a talent that's rare and unique. But guess what? There is nothing more pathetic than wasted talent.
I didn't try because you didn't want me.
Now you want to play victim. Now you want to say you felt like I didn't want it, so you didn't try? You are fucking intolerable.
Oh, you egotistical, narcissistic, lying sack of fucking shit! You didn't want me, because if you did, that means you would have to share the stage. You wouldn't be the sole author of this film. It would have had a lineage that extended beyond you and your brilliance, because you know I would have said, this shit happened to me. This is real. And suddenly, people would have said, is it him or is it her that's talented?
If that's the story you want to tell yourself, be my guest.
It's about ownership. It's about the illusion that you want to create. That filmmaking isn't a collaborative effort. It's you and only you, and everybody else is just following orders. Because if they knew that it was authentic because of me, you couldn't swing your dick around. And that's why you didn't cast me. And Malcolm, it's also why you didn't thank me.
Authenticity. You know why people love that word? Because they don't know what makes something good.
Well, I think authenticity is key.
Of course you do, because that is all you have to offer. That's why everyone always talks about it today. It's the only word that makes people who don't know shit feel like they just might have something to offer. No one knows or cares about film anymore. They have nothing to say about film anymore, but they love to talk about authenticity. They can't tell you a single thing about film, about Citizen Kane, or best years of our lives. But what's authentic? Oh, snap. They know that through and through. Authenticity, it doesn't matter. Your experience, it doesn't matter. Recreating reality is not what makes something interesting. It's about your interpretation of reality, what you can show or reveal about reality. It's about perspective, your perspective, not just transcribing a conversation, setting up a camera, hitting record. That is a fucking YouTube video. A confessional, a memoir, a story we have seen and heard 1,000 times before. Your experience, your life, your struggle, it doesn't matter. You being a drug addict, it's boring. You overdosing, it's not interesting. It's about transferring the emotional experience of a moment into something cinematic and moving. Good luck, Marie.
I'm walking around the house.
Listen, I decided to get over the whole you saw me naked thing. So we don't have to deal with that anymore, okay?
Good, because I've been hiding from you all day.
I know. You want to come in?
I don't want to break your rhythm or anything like that.
That would be wishful thinking.
Nice picture. So I think I'm going to venture out there, go for a short walk.
You up to that? I mean, you really shouldn't be alone out there. You're just getting over a heart attack, for God's sake.
My doctor recommended it. I got to build up to stairs and stuff like that. You wouldn't want to join me.
That means you don't want me to?
No, I was asking if you wanted to.
Oh, well, I would. It's just that I don't usually break once I started riding. Not that a breath of fresh air would hurt, but
It's just a walk, Erica, not a marriage proposal.
you know my name.
Erica Jane Barry. I looked you up on the internet. Did you know there are over 8,000 websites that mention you?
That can't be possible.
No, it's true. I know everything there is to know about you. And that's not just because of what I saw last night, but
Yes, I understood. I actually looked you up too. You grew up in LA, which I thought nobody did. You were the road manager for a group I sort of never heard of. Started your own record label at 29, sold it at 45, then started buying and selling boutique companies. Then invested in a small record group, which you turned into the second largest hip hop label in the world. Whew.
it's exhausting just hearing about it.
Yeah. But the truth is, Harry, it goes by fast, doesn't it?
The blink of an eye. So I noticed you have bowls of stones all over your house.
Those are from my walks on the beach. I collect them. Oh, I know, I'm crazy.
Why do you only pick up the white ones?
I don't only pick up the white ones. I only pick up the white ones?
Mhm.
Oh, God, what does that mean? I'm controlling, unadventurous, what?
So you really are crazy, huh? You're just as hard on yourself as you are on everybody else.
So can I ask you something, Harry?
Sure.
What's with all the young girls? I mean, what's the story there, really?
I just like to travel light.
You like to travel light. Oh, please, what the hell does that mean?
Now, see, a 30-year-old gets that.
You mean falls for that?
I mean, accepts it.
If that's what you want, a non-threatening woman who doesn't get your number, you get to run the show?
I think our relationship is growing. Have you noticed? Seriously, maybe we shouldn't go for a walk. Now, if you noticed when we went for our walk last time, that's when things got a little rocky again.
Well, of course things got a little rocky. We were talking about you.
See, I'll accept that slight because I'm enjoying your company so much.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think I'm going to watch the sunset. You interested?
Oh, well, I have to be somewhere tonight.
Big dinner date.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, with your doctor.
Oh, my doctor? But he's not too young for you, huh?
No, he's totally too young for me. But we're just having dinner. It's not a date.
Does he know that?
Well, I'll tell him, but I doubt he thinks of it that way.
Oh, I doubt you doubt that. Anyway, you might like it. Think of it this way. He's not threatening. He won't get your number. You get to run the show. Hey, you might have a hell of a time.
Well, I'd better get ready. Better not forget my robe.
Or your slippers.
Hi,
Hello,
nice ceremony.
beautiful.
You know, these holidays are brutal. Every year, I can't wait to get from the day before Thanksgiving until the day after New Year's.
Lots of suicides.
So, how have you been?
Fine.
Well, are you seeing anyone?
Harry,
What?
I don't want to talk about this.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why can't we get past this? Are we going to carry this around forever?
Forever, it just happened.
It happened 3 weeks ago. You know how to a person a year is 7 years to a dog?
Yes.
Well,
Is one of us supposed to be a dog in this scenario?
yes.
And if so, who's the dog?
You are.
I am. I'm the dog.
Yes.
I'm the dog. I don't see that, Harry. If anyone's the dog, you're the dog. As soon as it happened, you wanted to act as if it didn't mean anything.
I'm not saying it didn't mean anything. What I'm saying is, why does it have to mean everything?
Because it does, and you all people should know. As soon as it happened, you walked right out the door.
I didn't walk out.
Brent's more like it.
We both agreed it was a mistake.
The worst mistake I ever made.
So, what do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you.
Fine, fine. Then let's just understand I didn't come over there that night to make love to you. That's not why I was there. But you looked at me with those big, weepy eyes. Harry, don't go home tonight. Harry, hold me a little longer. What was I supposed to do?
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
No,
Not yours.
No wonder you're not seeing anyone. I mean, really? When did Walmart start giving haircuts?
Unbelievable. Not even 5 minutes, and she's already insulted my looks and my dating life.
It's like you're not even trying to attract anyone's attention. I should call you NBC. I beg her to get on OkCupid or eHarmony or Day Day.
We're not Jewish.
We eat bagels twice a week, and I follow the Israeli Defense Army on Twitter. We're Jewish enough.
My sister is charming, as you can see. Anyway, we were ordered here by the courts to undergo a court-ordered psychiatric evaluation. And once you see that we're not crazy, then
I'm not crazy.
Then the case can be dismissed.
There wouldn't even be a case if Jane hadn't decided to change tradition. Putting up the Christmas tree is something we've always done together until this year when Jane had a different idea.
Since when do you care about tradition? You once canceled my birthday party because the Big Bang Theory was on it. It wasn't even a new episode.
Your birthday comes once a year. But how often do we get a show with wide appeal to the general masses? Never, Jane. Not since Leno. Besides, what you did was much worse. It was the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, when African Americans can buy discounted items at department stores.
No, that's not true. Anybody can buy them.
I was getting my hair done by the homosexuals at the local hair salon.
Again, you can't say that.
By the time we were done, it was evening, and I decided to stop by In-N-Out, which is also the name I used to describe Jane's history of boyfriends.
And there it is.
I got us some burgers, because even though Jane lives with me, I knew she wasn't going to cook.
I've told you before, cooking isn't my thing.
What is your thing? Taping your bras to keep them together instead of buying new ones?
They still give me support.
Anyway, I pull up into my driveway, and what do I see but a fully decorated Christmas tree in the window? I was upset, and Jane and I got into a little scuffle. The police came and said that several neighbors had called in to report us. But I think it was just that dead inside housewife, Sarah Kaufman, looking for trouble because everyone knows that her husband likes to visit airport bathrooms in his spare time.
Why are you shouting? She isn't even here.
According to the police report, there was shouting, but it was more of a gentle tap.
You pushed me into the bushes.
Allegedly.
Why can't you just apologize?
Why can't you admit you were wrong for putting up that tree without me?
I didn't think you cared.
Of course I care. You're my sister, Jane. I love you. Putting up the tree is one of the few things that we do together anymore, and you took that away from me.
I didn't know you felt that way. I love you too.
Oh, please don't get clear on me. Why are you so quiet over there? What are you writing? Wow. Oh, you're back from your walk. I made lunch.
Henry Kissinger. Do you believe that? Fucking Henry Kissinger.
What about Henry Kissinger?
Henry Kissinger just popped out of a limousine about 4 feet in front of me. I mean, Henry Kissinger? What's he doing at Barbra Streisand's wedding? I thought she was a Democrat.
God, it looks like a zoo out there.
Oh my God, you would not believe it. There must be 3,000 reporters out there. They're snapping pictures of everybody. And the line of limos goes all the way down to the beach.
I was up at 5:30 to do my yoga, and they were already out there. Oh, Jerry, don't. Put those away. You can't do that.
They can't see me. Anyway, they're show business people. They want to be watched. They love it. They need it. They're desperate. You know people like that.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh my God. Come here, come here, come here, come here.
Well, what is it?
You have got to look at this.
Okay, what is it?
Is that Gwyneth Paltrow?
Well, which one?
The blonde with the sunglasses.
Oh, they're all blonde with sunglasses, Jerry. You're not allowed in unless you're blonde with sunglasses.
Actually, I think that's Lisa Kudrow.
So what if it is? What about her?
Just curious, that's all. How famous do you have to be in order to be invited? I mean, I saw Ed Begley going in.
So?
I mean, come on. Ed Begley? I was Mr. Marvin on Everything's Peachy.
Yeah, well, that show ended 8 years ago.
The show is on every night.
Yeah, at midnight on the Nostalgia Network. Me TV.
And I'm the fourth one billed. That's got to be at least as good as Ed Begley. My God. I had my picture taken with Robert Redford, for Christ's sakes. Where is the line of fame that needs to be crossed in order to be invited? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I seriously doubt Barbra Streisand is a huge fan of the Everything's Peachy reruns.
What about what's his name? James Brolin. Why don't they go to Las Vegas or something? Get married there.
She's not going to get married in Las Vegas. That's not her style.
Her style? You and I got married behind the woods in my parents' house. That was our style because we had no money and you weren't Jewish.
We were married by a rabbi.
He was barely a rabbi. He didn't even do it in Hebrew. The whole thing was done in English.
He did the ceremony in English so that we could understand it.
That's not the point.
Oh. And what is the point?
The point is a connection. It is the tradition of doing it the same throughout the years, not making it convenient.
Well, don't you think if you're taking a vow, you should understand what you're vowing?
It's not about the vow. It's about the ceremony. It's about doing it the same throughout the years in front of other people, not specifically the vow.
Did you mean the vows you made to me at our wedding?
I think I did, but I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that specifically. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, well, I was paying attention. I listened to what the rabbi said, and I made a sacred vow to honor my words.
You can't even remember what you vowed.
I vowed to love you till I die. I vowed to stay with you till I die. I vowed to make you happy, to make a home together. And I promise that even though we are not bound by blood, that you are my family forever, no matter what.
Okay, but you didn't mean it.
You know, I'm not even sure we're legally married.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, we made a verbal contract at our wedding, but if you were in some sort of altered state of mind, some kind of post-traumatic stress syndrome, I don't even know if in the eyes of the court, not to mention in the eyes of God, that our contract is valid.
Of course we're married.
Well, here's a Talmudic question for you, Rabbi. If a man makes a promise in the woods behind his parents' house and he doesn't even hear himself say it, is that just bear shit in the woods?
Oh my God. There's Robert Redford. I don't believe it. Robert fucking Redford. Hey, Bob, over here. It's Jerry Schiff.
Jerry, stop it!
Shh, I can't hear him.
Because he's not talking to you. Get away from the window.
Are you serious? Yeah, leave my name at the door.
Give me those binoculars.
Bob! Why did you do that? Didn't you see what was going on? He was giving me the wave and I was signaling him back. Oh shit, I lost him.
Why would he be signaling for you to go with him?
He remembers me, okay? He knows me.
How, goddammit? Where does he know you from?
Because we did a picture together.
You did not do a picture with Robert Redford. You both happened to be at the same funeral together.
Oh.
And a woman from People magazine took a picture. And you had to track her down to buy a copy.
I think you're jealous.
Jealous?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I couldn't get him to invite you too. But it all happened so fast and turned away before I could signal.
You're not.
I'm going.
No, you're not going.
Stop stopping me. That's all you ever do. You stop me cold all the time.
Look, you're not a neighbor. You're not a friend. You're not even an extra. You're nothing. And if you have any chance of being anything again, you cannot go up there dressed as a bowling pin and be arrested on international television for trying to date Robert Redford against his will.
I look like a bowling pin? Well, if that isn't the story of my life as an actor, I'm a pathetic actor bowling pin, hoping for my chance to get out on that perfectly polished little stage.
You got to get out of show business, Jerry. You're possessed. You know, I think I can heal you, Jerry. I think I can save you.
There's nothing you can do. I've been taken over by the spirit of Mickey Rooney. The show must go on.
Oh, I think I can save you, Jerry.
Yes, tell me what to do and I'll do it.
All right. You're first going to have to perform a painful fire ritual.
I will. Wait a minute. A what?
A painful fire ritual. To burn the lies and stupidity of show business out of your heart and mind.
What the hell are you talking about? Are you talking real fire?
Do you want me to save you or not, Jerry?
No, I'm not so sure.
It's only going to hurt for a moment. Now, why don't you bite down on something? Bite down on that pillow. Are you ready?
Huh? Yes, I'm ready.
Then, devil, take back his soul and say goodbye to Hollywood.
No!
I like him.
Oh, he's a certain type.
You've become a hard woman, Sarah.
Well, I can't be surprised about things that I already know.
Rabbi Pearlstein has high hopes for you. He says you need a man to make you soft again.
Oh, I could throw up.
Rabbi Pearlstein is a very wise man.
Then tell him to concentrate on his income tax. Besides, there's someone in my life. Nick Pym is coming to dinner tonight.
Nick Pym is a Nazi.
Nick Pym can trace his lineage all the way back to the Duke of Marlborough.
That's nice, sweetie. We can't. So Nick Pym is a Nazi and a philanderer.
He was a Thatcher MP, and he dates a few other women.
You said he screws a lot of other women.
I never said that.
Well, I didn't hear it at the Safeway in Newton. Who knows? He could be just the ticket, though. They say after your kind of procedure, it's very important that you get right back on the saddle.
In the saddle.
You know, you're not the only woman who's been ill. I read in Newsweek now it's at least 3 in 10.
Really? Oh, that's quite a sisterhood. That's even bigger than Hadassah.
Female trouble is going to be the biggest health issue of the decade.
Female trouble, gorgeous. You know, there are real words for it. Ovarian abscess, hysterectomy. According to all the experts, I am now fully recovered and I shall survive.
Do you want to talk about your anger, your rage?
Actually, I prefer to just get on with it.
Rabbi Pearlstein says it's very important that we openly discuss our feelings.
I can't tell you what a comfort it is to live in a country where our feelings are openly repressed. End of conversation, gorgeous.
Your way. My feet are killing me. I just schlepped 20 ladies up and down Sloane Street and through Harrods. One of the women, Mrs. Herskowitz, her daughter was a friend of Lily's. Anyway, wherever she goes, she has to have another piece of Wedgwood. She's got Wedgwood bells, Wedgwood clocks, Wedgwood napkin holders. Meanwhile, her daughter was the biggest dope dealer at Camp Irons.
I don't know how you deal with them. I couldn't put up with them.
Believe me, Sarah, they wouldn't like you either.
God's sakes, I'm sure not.
They don't bother me, really. The only thing that bothers me are my feet. I told Henry if I get this cable job, I'm running right off to Saks and treating myself to Bruno Mali's, Ferragamo's, and Manolo Blahniks.
Manolo what?
Manolo Blahniks, whatever. It's all the brands the ladies in my group tell me are the best. Do you know what those bitches, I shouldn't use that kind of language, what those ladies said to me today? They said, gorgeous, you're a celebrity now. Why don't you treat yourself to a real Chanel suit? It just kills us to see you with an imitation Louis Vuitton purse. You know, do you know how much one of those Chanel suits costs? Daddy never talked to us about money when we were growing up.
Because girls weren't supposed to know about money.
But you became a banker.
That's because no one ever called me gorgeous. You know, I can remember coming home with a 99 and her just shrieking at me, where's the other point?
Mother just really missed saying goodbye to you.
Mother and I had female trouble conflict.
She just wanted to see us all happy.
Well, we are happy, gorgeous. It's just not our mother's kind of happiness. Why isn't Tess back yet?
Why? What time is it?
It's around 7:45.
Starting to get dark outside. Oh my God, we've got to light the candles.
Why? We have electricity.
Sarah, it's a Sabbath sundown. Where are your candlesticks?
There are 2 right over there. Take these.
I need a tickle for my head.
Well, I doubt I have that.
A napkin then.
Would you want cloth or paper?
Sarah, the sun's going down.
Here. Now take this.
Matches?
Can't we just wait for my birthday cake?
Sarah, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy.
I can tell you how many Sabbath sundowns have come and gone from this house without lighting candles. And guess what? Next day, sun comes right back up again.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam.
Kirsten.
Debbie asleep.
Yeah, it's after 11.
I didn't want her to see me.
Oh, you don't look so...
Bad? Not as bad as you imagined I would. Thanks for trying. But I know how I look. This is the way I look when I'm sober. It's enough to make a person drink, wouldn't you say? Joe, I haven't had a drink in 2 days.
Well, that's fantastic.
It wasn't easy. But I wanted to talk to you, so I thought I would try to make myself deserve it. At least a little. Sort of a penance, you might say.
Being sober isn't a penance. It's good if you just get the hang of it.
And you've got the hang of it?
I think so. And believe me, it's terrific.
How to come home?
It's been a lot of twists and turns. Such a long way. I can forgive you. I could try to help you, but I don't know if I can take you back. I don't know if I can forget enough.
You're talking about them. Yes, there were plenty of them. But they were nothing. I never looked at them. They had no identity. I never gave anything out of myself to them. I thought they would keep me from being so lonely. But I was just lonely. Because love is the only thing that can keep you from being lonely. And I didn't have that.
I'm listening, Curse. There's a girl asleep in there who'd want nothing better than to see you when she woke up in the morning. So all you gotta do is say the right words.
I don't know that I have the right words. That's why it took me so long to get here. You see, the world looks dirty to me when I'm not drinking, like the water in the Hudson when you look too close. I don't think I could ever stop drinking, Joe, not completely. Like you, I couldn't.
Yeah, you could.
If I wanted to, really wanted to. But I don't. I know that now. I want things to look prettier than they are. But I could control it if I had you to help me. I know I could. I know I would be all right if we were back together again and things were like they used to be. And I wasn't so nervous. I've got to be loved. I get so lonely from not being loved. I can't stand it.
I want to love you, Curse, but I'm afraid of you. I'm an alcoholic. I can't take a drink. I'm afraid of what we do to each other. If you just say you try.
I know this sounds crazy, but I can't face the idea of never having another drink.
Just one day at a time. Just one day at a time.
I can't.
Aren't you at least a little impressed that I've been sober for almost a year and that I'm delighted to be this way, and I've got a steady job, and Debbie and I are moving out of this dump, and all that is because I'm sober.
You're strong, Joe. I know you can help me now. If we only had it back like it was.
Back like it was? Do you remember what it was like, Curse? It was you and me and booze, a threesome. A threesome. Don't get me wrong, it was nice while it lasted, but
And we can have it back that way again. I know we can.
yeah, if I would just drink with you, right? But I'm not gonna drink with you, Curse. That's finished.
Ask you to drink with me. I control myself.
You can't control yourself. You're an alcoholic, same as I am.
No.
You and me were a couple of drunks on a sea of booze in a leaky boat, and it sank. But I got something to hang on to that's not going to let me go under, and I'm not letting go, not for you and not for anybody. If you want to grab on, grab on. But there's no room for three, just you and me.
I can't get over how dirty everything looks.
Just try it one more day.
Why?
For her.
I'm afraid I'm not that unselfish, Joe. You better give up.
Not just yet.
Thanks. Good night.
Curse! Take care of yourself. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change.
Allora, we are here to work. This is a masterclass. Singing is serious business. Music is a discipline. You must be willing to sacrifice, and subjugate yourself to the music. Always the music. You are its servant. You are here to serve the composer. The composer is God. Who is in charge of these lights? This is terrible. And I asked for a cushion. What is your name? What? Sophia. Sophia. You all think you're so special. You're a dime a dozen. Hundreds, thousands of you out there studying, auditioning, going here, going there. Don't take this personally, but I don't think there's a person here who has what it takes to be a great artist. We shall see. Oh, is it me? Or is it warm in here? Could someone do something about the temperature and the lights? I must be talking to myself. And while you're at it, could someone please bring me the cushion that I asked for 3 times before coming out here? Thank you. I'm sure that's the last we'll see of those people. Oh, allora. Are you nervous? Well, stop it. You can't sing if you're nervous. You can't do anything if you're nervous. Nerves are a lack of preparation. If you're nervous, you're not listening to the music. And because you're not listening, you're not feeling the music. It isn't singing to you. You sing the notes, but you don't feel it. There's no juice, no passion. What are you doing? Borrowing a pencil? You didn't think to bring a pencil? Then how do you expect to remember what you've learned? 5, 10 years from now, you'll be singing in some little theater somewhere, thinking, what did Madame tell me about this role? What did she say to me? What did she tell me? Did you not think you'd have to mark up your score? Do you think because you're a slim, pretty blonde that the doors of the opera will fly open for you? I think about the slim, pretty blonde at the conservatory where I studied. Madame de Hidalgo gave her the role of Amina in the student recital. Madame said to me, with your figure, yes, I was the fat, ugly, greasy one, with big glasses and oily skin. You are better suited to be a nun in Suor Angelica. My heart was broken. My sister was another one of those slim, pretty blondes. And where are they now? What have they accomplished? There are no shortcuts in art, no easy ways. It's not like life where there are so many. There's no being at center stage as if by magic. There is always an entrance first, just as there is always an exit after. Someone said that they would rather sing like Callis for one day than anyone else for 20. I became thin. I became beautiful. And I became the most famous woman in the world, La Divina. But the voice is not forever. I met Ari when I was 35. Aristotle Onassis. I fell madly in love. So did he. I believed the richest man in the world would possess the most famous woman in the world. I would give up everything to be with him, everything, including the one thing I wanted more than anything. What do you mean you've changed your mind, Ari? Please don't ask me to do that. I beg of you. I'm not a young woman. I'll give up everything I've worked for, my career, just not our child. It is done. Sing? You're telling me to sing, Ari? Sing what? Stormy weather? Sing where? In the street? I'm losing my voice. Don't leave me, Ari. I beg of you. I've been alone my whole life until now. Marry me, Ari. Marry me. Your angel is asking you to marry her. My fire comes from here. It's mine. It's not for sale. It's not for me to give away. I wouldn't even if I could. It's who I am. Find out who you are. How much are you prepared to give? How much are you prepared to lose? That's what this is all about. Where is your fire?
Things are going downhill for me again. I decided to stop taking that Zoloft and those other pills you prescribed for me. I got another ticket the other day for driving under the influence, and I wasn't even drinking. I don't drink, ever. That horrible cop said I was inebriated.
Well, drugs can have the same impairment effect as alcohol.
That is what my horrible lawyer said. And he said, you should have told me that.
Look, I'm not your mother, I'm your therapist. And it's written in plain English on the bottle that caution is advised while driving or operating heavy machinery.
Oh, I just saw the heavy machinery part and I thought it just meant, don't take the pills if you're driving a tractor or using a vibrator or an electric toothbrush.
Well, as usual, you've misinterpreted the warning.
Yeah, theme song of my life. I do misinterpret everything.
I know.
I missed all the warning signs and my horrible 3 ex-husbands were all cheating on me.
Yes, you did. But let's not revisit those fiascos again, shall we? I mean, remember, I told you have to take responsibility for the fact that you pissed away your pulchritude.
Yes. You're always reminding me of that, and that's why I need so much help to try and stop being a perpetual victim and stop catastrophizing everything and letting all the mundane things trigger me. But it's just so hard to press on when I feel so unseen and unheard. Honestly, I just don't even want to get out of bed in the morning anymore.
Wait, hold on. I've got to take this call. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, I'll get home just as soon as my big pain in the ass client finishes her anguishing diatribe about her perpetual victimization by all of her horrible, horrible, horrible husbands, lawyers, cops. I mean, the poor bastards. Yeah, well, luckily for us, this crackpot has no effing hope for recovery. I mean, she's hopeless. Be home in 20, honey. See you soon. Bye. Mwah.
You didn't hit the mute button on the audio. I'm fucking hopeless.
Stop! You can't kill yourself with a BB gun. You'll just accomplish minor brain damage and an unsightly scar.
Oh, how is it you suddenly found your empathy gene?
I didn't. I just haven't finished paying the contractor for my pool house.
Oh, yeah. Well, would that be the pool that my therapy sessions have probably paid for over the last 2 years?
Yes, and I need the pool house to be done by this summer when my grandkids come to visit.
Oh, I see. So it's in your best interest that I stay alive just so I can keep coming to you for these sessions 4 times a week?
Absolutely.
Boy. You're a piece of work. But things aren't going to go so swimmingly for you regarding that pool house now, because your poster child here for a misspent life has weaned herself off all those misprescribed antidepressants. And I'm woke to you now. So I finally had the presence of mind to record this session. And I'm thinking, I'm going to report you to the AMA. Not only are you going to lose your medical license, you just lost your prize cash cow patient. Oh, gee, what's the matter? Did I say something to trigger you? Well, welcome to the Catastrophizing Club, you crusty old crow.
Are you all right?
Nothing is ever going to be all right again. Ever.
Oh, no. No. Stop that. Stop drinking. Put that down. Alcohol is a depressant. It's the last thing in the world you need right now.
You're like the nicest person I've ever met. To do this for a complete stranger?
Well, enough about me. What happened to make you so sad?
I can't. I just can't talk about it.
Well, sometimes it's good to talk. No, really, open up. Spill out all the gory details.
You think so?
I'm absolutely sure.
Well, there's this man, and I love him, and I thought we were going to get married and have a life together. But are you married?
Yes.
He's married too.
Ah, small world.
But he doesn't love his wife. Paul and her got married when they were practically children, and it hasn't meant anything in years. So I thought he was going to leave her. But tonight, she kept phoning, and he thought she sounded suspicious, so he said he had to go home before she checked on his alibi. And I said, well, why not tell her the truth?
What did he say?
He said, I don't understand what it's like to be married. And whose fault is that? How could he go home to her? Do you think this means he really doesn't love me?
Well, he said his marriage to, what's her name?
I don't know her name. He calls her the wife.
Ah, the wife.
He doesn't like talking about her. It makes him very uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
What? He did say they haven't had sex in 2 years. What kind of a woman must she be, right?
Are you sure he's telling you the truth? I mean, I know marriage. I know marriage, and I am sure they still have sex sometimes.
You think he's been lying to me? If he's just been using me, I don't think I can take it. Just let me die, please.
Listen, please. Suicide is an impulse act. If you just wait a little while, I'm sure you'll change your mind.
It's Paul. What do I do? What?
You're asking me?
Oh, well, you're so wise.
Oh, don't answer it.
Hi. Uh-huh. He wants to come over.
Oh, I guess his wife isn't home after all.
What about your wife? Yeah. He says he doesn't care what she thinks.
Well then, why doesn't he just ask her for a divorce?
You're so right. Paul, I refuse to see you again until you've asked your wife for a divorce. That was smart, right?
Oh, yeah, I hope so. What do you do?
I don't know.
How can you not know what you do?
Well, really, I'm an actress, but I haven't had a part in a while. So I do office temp work. That's how I met Paul. I was taking some papers into his office. I opened the door. He was just there at his desk, his head in his hands, crying.
He was crying?
Yeah, he was crying. And he told me later he felt like his life meant nothing, like he might as well be dead already.
Well, we all feel like that sometimes. Even I feel like that sometimes, but do I screw the office temp? No, I wake up every morning and I do the laundry and I cook and I go to work.
Your husband must love you so much.
No, he doesn't.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Does he have affairs?
Yes, at least one.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Is it still going on?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Well, what are you going to do?
Well, you mean am I going to go out and buy a bottle of whiskey and drink it straight out of the bottle? No. Am I going to put a noose around my neck? No. Pills. Pills can get pills. Women can always get pills. And who cares if one day you just happen to take too many, not your husband. Oh, no. Then he can live happily ever after with his bouncing bimbo. No, I can't die. I need to stay alive so I can destroy his future happiness. I actually have a reason to live. For a minute there, I thought I didn't.
Oh my God. You're not who you've been pretending to be tonight. I thought you were one of those people happy with a nothing life, boring marriage, and an office job. But you're not. You're like me, and you're so much like me.
I am nothing like you. We are total opposites. Even when I was young and naive, I would never have slept with a sobbing businessman. I would not ever be an actress. But, how much worse could our lives be if I would do what you would do and you would do what I would do? I mean, it's difficult to think that our lives could be any worse than they are right now.
You're right. But no offense, Madeline. Your life sounds a lot crappier than mine.
My life sounds crappier than yours.
I'm not the one married to a man who's cheating on me. Look at it this way. We're both self-destructive women, or we wouldn't be involved with men that treat us like shit. But we would not be self-destructive if we were making decisions for each other. Because I don't want to destroy your life, and you don't want to destroy mine.
No, of course not.
So, the way to fix our lives is to stop making our own decisions. Let the other one make them instead. We'll call each other before we decide anything major.
Oh, you would actually do anything I said?
Yes. So, should you stay with your husband or should you leave him?
Oh, I should definitely leave.
I get to decide, okay? So, if he loves her, you should kick him out. But maybe he doesn't love her. If he still loves you, you'll find a way to make things work. And if not, once the bimbo's out of the picture, you dump the creep. So first step, you have to find out who he loves, you or his girlfriend, okay? So you go home and you ask him, do you still love me? And then call and tell me what he said, and I'll tell you what to do next, okay?
Okay.
There you go. That's your mission. And when I hear from Paul, you'll get to tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, I have to go catch the subway home.
You don't live in my building?
No. I saw you buying the rope and I followed you home.
Oh, my God. You really are the kindest person I've ever known. I'm going to work so hard to make you happy. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Good night.